local news. News Talk 1480 WHBC. This is Canton's Morning News with Pam Cook.
7:40 on your Friday morning, and 26 degrees before the cold snap hits us on Monday. And we are very honored to have a guest in studio with us this morning for the very first time, the new Stark County Sheriff, Eric Weisburn. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Pam. How you doing today?
I'm doing great. It's good to see you.
It's fantastic to be here with you. Thank you so much.
We're just kind of reminiscing off the air about, all the olden days, and and we both said we feel old.
Yeah, we've been around for a little while, haven't we?
Just a little. Well, maybe fill folks in a little bit about, your law enforcement history, so to speak.
Sure, absolutely. Everyone likes to say, hey, the new sheriff's in town, and that's good to hear, but I'm not new to the town. 31 years at Stark County Sheriff's Office. We were talking years a little bit ago. 1991, I started at the Stark County Sheriff's Office, and I rose up through the ranks and retired in January of 22 at the rank of lieutenant, where I ended my career as the assistant jail commander. Just a very colorful career throughout my my time at Stark County. I was so fortunate. I worked the jail, the road patrol, investigations. I just got to run through all of it, and it's really been an honor to serve the citizens of Stark County. And even quite honestly, before that, I was serving my community down in Waynesburg. I was fire chief down in Waynesburg and ran on quad ambulance down there. So, public service has been in my blood my entire life.
Yeah.
So, this just seemed like the next natural thing to do. I felt like I still had some gas in the tank, and I wanted to serve the citizens of Stark County the best way I could.
So you step in, and what's your biggest challenge been so far?
My biggest challenge. I think my biggest challenge was running for sheriff. I think it's sort of eased up a little bit from that. We were joking earlier that, everybody should run for office at least once. So you have some idea of the process and what it takes. But I'd say we had a great time. Many people throughout the campaign would say, are you having fun? Or take a minute to just enjoy the moment. And that was good advice. And looking back on it, I did. We had some really good times getting to where we're at today, and that was getting me in the office to be able to serve the citizens of Stark County the best I could. So, the biggest obstacles I have, honestly, is just just keeping the ship right. I'm real focused on retaining my employees. I want my employees to feel valued and trusted. And because they are. I can't do it without them. I need everyone there. I want them to stay the course. Pam, I brought back with me 100 years of experience. So a century of experience of people who I had worked with at Stark County Sheriff's Office, who responded to the calls, worked in Metro, worked in the jail. They were all separated from the Sheriff's Office, and they all agreed to come out of, some came out of retirement, to come back because we share the same mission and the same vision. And Pam, I'm telling you, when I sat down with each and every one of these people that I brought back with me, it was very clear right from the forefront. And again, I've known these people for 30-some years, but it was very clear from the forefront that everyone had the same vision and mission, and that was to make the Stark County Sheriff's Office, without a doubt, the best sheriff's office in the state of Ohio. And, not to have bragging here, but we want to be the best in Stark County. We want other law enforcement officers from other departments to go, you know what? I want to go work at Stark County because that's the place to be.
So you have brought, like you said, a lot of folks that have that experience and are ready to go, and you've hit the ground running for sure. What would you say is your top priority?
Top priority is employee retention and, quite honestly, public safety. So when I say, you may say, well, you have those backwards. Well, you have to understand, I need my people to want to stay at the sheriff's office. If I can stop the flow of people leaving the Stark County Sheriff's Office, if I could stop that flow, I'm going to have more officers. I'm going to have more deputies. I'm going to have more people working in the jail. I'm going to have more deputies responding to calls out in the street. Therefore, public safety is going to be enhanced because I now have more deputies. That really is my goal. I want to get the right people. I want to keep the right people, and so that they have the right mindset so that we can serve the citizens of Stark County the best way possible.
And folks, probably wondering about the jail project and what's going to happen with that. What are your thoughts there?
Well, I know the commissioners are going to come out with some news on that here in the near future. I have got to see some plans on it, and I'll tell you, it's just phenomenal. As a person who walked those catwalks, who worked in that jail, it's needed. This is something that, the jail, the part of it that was built in the 60s, the early 60s, about as old as I am, I suppose, it just was never designed for today's needs. Mental health is just, the sheriff's office or county jails are really the biggest holder of mental health patients in the county. Yeah. And it just was never designed for that in the 60s. And this new project, this new jail that we're looking at doing, it has all the modern things for the mental health. Because, look, I'm a big fan of supporting mental health needs. The addiction, they're all so closely tied together, which, is directly related to the crimes that are committed in communities. We have to take care of those people. That's somebody's son, that's somebody's daughter, that's somebody's spouse. It's a loved one. And that's how you got to look at that. You can't just look at it and go, well, they're just, whatever, and throw it away. Yeah. They're just criminals, and we just need to stop worrying about them. No, there's a reason. And addiction is a real thing. And, I want to focus on those things, Pam. I can't heal everyone, and I'm not sitting here saying I'm going to, take care of all the mental health problems in Stark County, but I want to partner with the right people so I can get the right people in there to help the people of the community.
Well, we're looking forward to working with you, and we'll have you on speed dial when we need you.
All right. I love it. I love it.
And we certainly appreciate you coming down to the studio today.
Pam, it's been my pleasure. It's great seeing you again. Like I said, it's been a few years since we've connected, but thank you. You've just been a staple in Stark County, and thank you for everything you guys do here and how gracious you all were this morning.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, Pam.
Canton's Morning News with Pam Cook.
If you missed one of our guests,